Hello everyone, welcome to QuillTarot. I'm back with another reading for you guys. Very happy to have all of you here. I'm really grateful for whoever comes to this channel, whether you are a repeating viewer or a new viewer. I'm really grateful towards you because every time I do a reading, I feel like I'm so happy to be here connecting with you. It is really a beautiful journey for me as well. So, welcome to another reading. So, we are gonna look into today about what are you currently attracting or manifesting. Okay, what are you currently attracting in your life? And we have three groups. Again, I'm back with my shell collections. These are all my collected shells, and let me also mention the fact that these shells are collected when I was a kid. These are not from my recent collection. I do not advocate or I do not encourage collecting shells at all. When I collected these shells, I wasn't aware of the environmental impact. But yeah, since I had collected them as a kid, I still have them, and I use them for my readings. They are they're pretty unique, and I love them the way they are. So three groups, three shells. Group one is this shell. This it has a pebble stuck here. Okay. Group two is this shell. Okay, it's pretty thick. And group three will be this shell. Okay. So pick your shell, and that will be your group, your reading. You can have messages in more than one group, okay, because this is a general reading. And I'm going to start the reading with group one. Where do I keep that? Okay. Hello, group one. Whoever chose this shell, this is your group. You're reading about what are you currently attracting in your life, what are you currently manifesting. So I'm gonna see that. Yeah, I have a bunch of cards like which I usually use for the readings. So let's see what comes up for you guys. I also have charms and my coffee tin cheats. And other than that, remember that you may have messages in more than one group. Also, these are general readings, so take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it for others. Okay, so we're gonna get started with you, group one. Let's get into it. Okay, group one, let's get started. So, um, okay, what are you currently manifesting or what are you currently attracting? Okay, before I start with the cards, I'm gonna take some channeled messages from your shell option, whatever has to come through. You know, this pebble, a stone is stuck here, and it always attracts my attention, to be honest. A lump in the throat, like you feel like something is stuck in your throat and it's just not, it's there, it's not going down. Something feels a bit like stuck, not moving, like something was going and it stopped midway. So right now it's kind of a hanging situation, a cliff hanging situation. It feels like something is there that needs to be cleared right now. Also, this could be group one, some conversation you had with someone or a conversation that you feel you need to have and you feel like that it's stuck. in inside of you. You need to speak, you need to express something, but you can't express it yet. The communication is being uh, withheld. Yeah, withheld. So the communication is being withheld. A communication, a clarification, something needs a clarification, something needs a clarity here, but it's not happening. So it feels like you're waiting for this thing to clear out, either a conversation with someone, something, or in your life which needs to flow. Like if something gets stuck in our throat, that's abnormal, right? It's not supposed to get stuck, it should go down the pipe into your stomach. But when it's stuck, it's definitely, it can choke you, it will feel uncomfortable. Some of you could have some throat issues even here. Endoscopy. I don't know, I'm getting uh, some medical things as well. Some of you could have had an endoscopy, or you know that there is a schedule for endoscopy. This this cavity just tells me. Some of you even could have a swelling. There could be a swelling in a part of your body. Maybe a microsurgery is required to relieve something here. Even toothache, you guys could have teeth related issues. Something could be stuck on your teeth, in the big teeth, molars. See, I'm having my throat a bit catching up for you, for your group one. Some of you could be pretty nostalgic about something. Like you could be going through old photographs, old videos, letters, messages with a friend, reconnecting with a friend from the past, or some childhood memory. There is an energy of past here. Something that is a bit in the past, I would say, like at least 10 years or more than 10 years, when you were younger, and that is a memory that is still there, but it feels like it's too much in the past and you are reconnecting with it. Some of you have a white ivory vase or a marble vase, white marble vase or an ivory vase, could be a flower vase, or you could have seen such a vase in the museum. Again, museum are things of the old. White vase, it could be a subject of your study, or there is something about this vase, this artifact, that that is of importance of to you, or that interests you in some way, and it could have a distinct mark on it, this vase. The mark reminds you of something. It could be like that. The vase could have a mark or a crack. There could be a crack. There is a defect in the vase. And I'll tell you why it attracts your attention. It is because it is so white, like ivory or marble, could be even porcelain. Now if you have such a white object, even a small scratch or crack would attract your attention, and that is why this crack is prominent to you. Some of you some of you could even have something like this in your collection, like a vase, white vase kind of a thing, or it could belong to your childhood. Something important about a white vase or a jug like structure. Yeah, it could also be a jug. Aquarius energy. You guys need to empty something, some clearing is needed. Okay, now I'm gonna see what are you guys attracting in your life. Okay, so what is group 1 currently attracting in their life? Let's see. Two of Swords, currently attracting. See, childhood memories came up. Six of Cups. I was feeling the Six of Cups energy, and also you see the cup is also like a vase, like a cup I was speaking of. Do you see the the similarity here? On the card there is this cup, and this thing was also reminding me of a vase or a cup. Okay, I have to make sure that you guys can see all the cards here. Okay, what else? King of Cups, yeah, pure nostalgia. But we need to see what are you attracting. Knight of Pentacles. What is the Two of Swords here? Queen of Pentacles. What is the Six of Cups here? Ten of Swords. What is the King of Cups here? The Emperor. What is the... oh my, so many cards came out. What is the Knight of Pentacles here? What is group 1 attracting in terms of Hierophant? Bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. I'll keep it here. I also have for you guys, okay, where is it visible? I don't have so much real estate, guys. Please excuse me. This is your bottom of the deck. When I speak about it, I'll again bring it on screen. Okay, I also have, since I'm doing what are you manifesting, Pokemon evolutionary cards, so we'll also take two cards for you. Okay, I'm not watching, even though you may be able to see it on the screen. I'm looking away. I don't know what cards will come up, so don't think that I'll pick up your cards on purpose. Okay, two cards for what is group 1 is manifesting here. Two significators I want. I have Ghastly and Haunter. What else here? I have Doduo and Dodrio. Okay, cool. Now I have to arrange it in a way that you guys are able to see it. That's my biggest challenge here, guys. Those who are my past viewers, you already know that I struggle with my limited screen space, and I'm very grateful to you guys for being so cooperative with me. Thank you so much, because I know I'm not able to show all the cards all the time. Sometimes they get cut off from the frame, and when I later see it on the video, it makes me feel terrible. Yeah, okay, so what are you currently manifesting here? Group 1, this is a lot about healing your um, childhood wounds, and also going I would say it's a journey about reparenting yourself. Okay, some of you people in this group could be getting even married. Okay, some of you might be getting married, some of you might even become parents. I feel here you might have children right now, or your child could be pretty young. You could be expecting a child, or you might have a very young child. That's the energy I'm getting here. Okay. So the thing that's happening here is that you are right now in a phase of life where you are meeting yourself, where you had abandoned your younger self. You had said farewell to your inner child. And right now, that inner child is coming back to you. You are re meeting your inner child, either in the form of your own child, or you are getting married, which makes you feel like you are in a communion or a union where you are feeling that if you are getting married to someone, that means there is a chance of you having becoming a parent someday. And it doesn't necessarily mean you'll have human babies, of course you can, but it's just that something is happening in your life that is reminding you of your parent figures in your life currently. Yes. And now, when you are being reminded of your parent figures and how your relationships were with them, your inner child is coming to the surface. The inner child that was neglected all these years, that was buried deep in your psyche, is coming to the fore. So, what is manifesting right now is healing this inner child, doing the work that you had left undone. I have the feel of, see, this guy had to come. When I spoke of healing, leaving something undone, I have the wheel of fortune in at the bottom deck with the seven of swords and the hermit and the 10 of pentacles, again five of swords. See, this is something you had ran away from emotionally, something you didn't want to face. And if you ask me what is your inner child is actually your emotional impulses, okay, your emotional self. How do you react to different kinds of situations that trigger your emotions? Okay, so when we are reacting in a way that is immature or that is harmful to us, that is where the work needs to be done. It is our emotional self, because emotions cannot be reasoned with. Okay, our society has taught us that at least in the past few decades, that it's not right to cry, you shouldn't express your anger. Granted that you need a mature take when it comes to channeling and expressing your emotions, but what will you do to that anger? What will you do to that grief? Has the society taught you to regulate it, channel it in a healthy manner? In most cases it hasn't, and we are in a generation when we are learning a lot about such things. Okay, and right now, group 1, you are in a phase where you have to learn this, how to um, pacify your emotional conflicts and heal your inner child. Here I'm also seeing that a story of reparenting. Now, what happens that it's, first let me tell you, it's not our parents' fault. No matter how bad a parent could have been with us, you have to see them as an individual, not as your father or mother. Themselves were a victim of the circumstances. They learned what people taught them that this should be done. So they already have a certain pattern of behavior they believe is correct. And you right now have that golden opportunity to change that pattern, to not follow those footsteps of generational trauma. That's the difference what's happening with you, group 1. So right now there is definitely, I would say with okay, let me start with the first two cards. I have the two of swords and the queen of pentacles. uh, see, a mother, the mother archetype should teach us how to love, teaches us to be loved. The mother archetype is responsible for making us feel loved, while the father archetype is responsible for making us feel safe, secure, protected. And what has happened is that all of us, it doesn't have to be that you are from a very abusive family or something that was visible to others. No, actually, most emotional damage or most generational trauma is uh, carried forward in a covert manner, in a through passive aggression, and in behavioral patterns that are definitely unpleasant but are justified in the name of it is how it is and it is how it should be done, and often in the name of tradition, like you should obey your parents or you should listen to your mother or father. You should definitely, but sometimes this authority play of authority, what happens is that they are also humans, they are individuals, and sometimes they have learned things that are not the right way. They have some behavioral patterns which are definitely not productive and is harmful, but they have learned that it is the right way, hence they will ask you in the name of obeying them to follow the same thing. And as a child, you learned it, you obeyed them as the primary authority figure. But right now, when you have grown up as an adult, you understand that it has really affected your development. It has affected how you are as a person and how you interact with other people. So, firstly, here, group one, I see when it came to feeling nurtured from your mother or the mother figure who was there in your life, there was definitely an issue there. You feel, to be honest, you don't feel nurtured enough in the mother connection. And in the father connection, for many of you, it's hard, especially if you are a masculine watching this reading or you identify as a man. I would say for you it is very difficult to express your emotions, or you know that expressing emotions is seen as a sign of weakness in men. So it's this emotional pain that you have got that has been carried over to you as a part of tradition, as a part of generation, has really, the Ten of Swords over here gives me deep psyche vibes, subconscious mind, and the unconscious, where these patterns are still stored, the latent impressions still exist, and that is something is surfacing right now. Why? Because you are manifesting healing right now in your life. You are balancing both your masculine and feminine sides. I have a small bug here. Let me free him on the King of Cups. Wait. Yeah, so you are understanding healthy masculinity as well as healthy femininity. So there is some work that you had left undone, and the universe is telling you you had left it undone for this time of manifestation to do the work. Okay, again, Aquarius energy is important for this group. Um, and Aquarius is a sign where you know, Aquarius is a beautiful sign. Yes, I remember now. Aquarius signs or the Aquarius zodiac in general, it represents new ideas, um, thinking out of the box, doing something unusual, and this goes very well with your reading of where you have to heal a generational trauma, break the generational trauma pattern, heal yourself. That's where this thing is coming in. So this is something very important that you are manifesting. And the Six of Cups is such a beautiful energy. Coming back to reparenting, as I was telling you guys, do you see these old houses behind? It feels as if these are the old memories, old painful memories, but here these two kids are sharing flowers. They are happy, although the buildings behind them seemed like an old relic, uh, seems like disintegrating. But the children in front of these old buildings represent the newness, the freshness, the innocence. So, when you connect with your inner child, when you are healing your inner child, you let the old be in the old, yet you superimpose the healthy patterns that will help you lead your life. Here you are reconnecting with that child who who felt abandoned, who felt unloved, who felt that they couldn't express their emotions because it was wrong to do so, because weren't taught that how they can express emotions in a healthy way, how their pain can be validated while they can still have emotions. Okay, these are the things about healing your inner child. And like I told you, I channeled in the beginning that you guys are definitely, again I have a sensation in my throat, um, throat chakra. Grief, guys, if you need to vent your grief, sorrow, do that, because I feel there is a lot of release of grief, because the Ten of Swords is again a painful card. So this pain of your past, of your childhood, needs a release here, and that is what you are manifesting. Now I'll tell you here with the final pair I have here, the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. This to me is a bit of a rigidity. Okay, and at the same time the Hierophant tells me of laying down a foundation of new tradition, which feels stable. The foundation you had as a child, as a kid, wasn't stable, but it was forced upon you, like this pebble, this is stuck inside the shell. It was forced upon you as tradition, but right now, like this knight is holding the pentacle, you need to remove this pebble out of the throat, bring out, call out the elephant in the room, and set a new foundation which is stable and which doesn't make you feel that you are standing on something rocky or painful. Okay, so here is a story of picking up a work that you needed to do on yourself, how you operate from your emotional self, reparenting yourself, healing your inner child, and attending to your childhood wounds. Now, with the evolutionary Pokemon, I have this ghost Pokemon. It's a ghost and poison Pokemon. Again, poison reminds me of a Shiva's reference. I'll tell you, it just got channeled. Ghastly becomes Haunter, and I'll come to Duo after this. Now, Shiva, if you know about Mahadev or Shiva in the Sanatan Dharma or in the Hindu way of worship, Shiva held poison in his throat, because that otherwise that poison would have destroyed this creation. It was so poisonous, but Lord Shiva, Mahadev, had the power to even hold that kind of poison that is so deadly, that can destroy the creation, in his throat. So I feel that for many of you, your speech needs improvement. Maybe you are right now, your speech, the way you speak, or the way you express your negative emotions when it comes to anger, when it comes to grief, maybe you are hurt, but instead of telling the other person, you know what you are doing is actually hurting me, and that if that is a person who will understand your emotions. Okay, so suppose this is your partner or a friend, and they will understand. They said something that is hurting you, so instead of telling them that, um, hey, you what you said hurt me, please don't do that. Instead of that, you will feel offended, you will feel attacked, and you might hurt them back with something that is mean, that will hurt that person. So in this process, what is happening is that this poison Pokemon, you see the poison, it is just expanding into a bigger thing. Instead of coming into an amicable conversation of solving the issue, you are creating more poison here. You could have told that person that, don't do this, this is painful. Instead, you tell them something that would hurt them back. So that wasn't the right way to communicate. Okay, and the example is for with a person, that that person is your dear friend, and maybe they cracked a joke which was insensitive, but they didn't do it on purpose. So that's the thing here. How you are communicating when it comes to processing your emotions needs a check here. Now, Doduo. Doduo is a normal flying Pokemon. It looks like an ostrich, and you have two heads here. When it becomes Dodrio, it has three heads. Now, again, I feel a bit of an emotional imbalance here. Like, um, for some of you here, you could be even experiencing victim consciousness. Like, if someone tells you something, you feel like that person is trying to demean you, insult you, degrade you. So even though it might not be offensive, you take things in an offensive manner. So it's like you guys wear a lot of feathers, so that you can feel. You see this guy, he's sad. These two birds are angry, but the third, initially these two birds are pretty much the same, but when it evolves, it seems that one bird, at least in the picture, is a bit sad. It's like they weren't understood when they were small, so right now, out of that sadness, they have become more dangerous. They're protecting that sadness, that broken heart, by becoming more uh, defensive, being more, you know acting like a difficult person, so that someone will not mess with them. Okay, sometimes people do that. They are rude by default. They can be very rude and grumpy, so that people don't say anything wrong to them, but that is actually a lack of self esteem. You don't need to be rude to have your self esteem, and if someone says something nasty, it doesn't become the truth. If you have that emotional maturity, you will not feel insulted. Okay, so you see the evolutionary cards here, for me it's representing the work over here you need to do, how you are processing emotions, how you are protecting a wound here. I would say that you feel like people tell you something, even it's something harmless, you might take it into offense, because when you were small, maybe your parents made fun of you when you just shared that, I don't like this, or something is hurting me, or something is bothering you. Instead of being helped and attended, that pain was made an object of joke, or you were dismissed as a child. So when you grew up, you understood that if you tell people, if you show them your weakness, or if you admit to having some weakness, people will make fun of you, people will treat you like a doormat. So as you grew up, you have taken a very aggressive stance, you have become rude, you have built a shield around you, so that that inner child is protected. But is it the solution? You can protect your inner child, definitely you should, but not with a shield that reinforces the pain. This shield is built to reinforce that pain. If you feel like people will not make fun, or people, regardless whether they make fun of you or not, your pain is valid and you don't need others to validate that pain. You can treat yourself like you would treat a baby having a pain, and be the parent to yourself. You won't care about how people are reacting to your pain or to your shortcomings here. Okay, group one. So your group is a lot about healing. What you are manifesting, healing your generational trauma, healing childhood wounds and patterns that are creating painful situations in your life. Group one, be mindful about things that triggers an emotional response for you in your current life. I'm gonna take some coffee tin chips. So, when you are able to identify the emotional triggers, you'll find the key to your childhood healing. Okay, this is a bit tight. See, just like this is stuck, you have grief in your throat. Uh, this tin is also stuck. Okay, please open up, dear coffee team. We need messages for our group one. Pretty please. Oh, thank you. Oh, too many. I don't want so many. I have Scorpio here. Sex. Okay. Why me? Yeah. Victimhood. Nobody. I also heard loser when I was, you know, taking out the cheats. Nobody. Will you? Longing. Obsessed. A lot of dark Scorpio energy for you. Taurus is this Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles, pure Taurus sign. Aries is the Emperor. Capricorn. Capricorn is the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Group 1, you have a lot of. See, I told you dark energies, and I have dark for you guys. So, group 1, good news is that you guys are moving towards the light. The darkness that was all around you, that you see around ghastly here, the darkness, you are purging the poison in your system. That is extremely good. For some of you, there is a lot of devil energy, I would say, devil card of the tarot deck. You could be even channeling this emotional issues through wrong habits, maybe indulging in too much of sex, or even having some obsessions, like smoking, or uh, some vices. It could be even as simple as scrolling, doom scrolling, looking at the screen and for endless hours, or doing anything that you know is keeping you stuck and not helping you. Obsessive energy, energies of having an addiction. Yeah, you could have some sort of addiction also, group 1, and that is something you are healing over here. With the Capricorn and Taurus, there is definitely purging of this negative emotions you have, and stabilizing and grounding yourself where you need to be. This longing is also the Six of Cups energy. Nobody, why me, will you? This why me, will you, nobody, safety, all screams of you not feeling safe. And this again is a childhood wound. You are, here is a victimhood, that why so much wrong happened to me, why my parents didn't treat me properly, why I didn't have a proper childhood. And this will you speaks to me about trust issues, that you, again, for those of you are indulging in any kind of addictions or even sex, you could. And yeah, see, okay, a lot of things got channeled. So why this thing, if you are supposed to get married and you don't have you have commitment phobia, or you feel like your partner can abandon you. This is the thing here, that since your parents, you feel that your parents abandoned you, the abandonment issue is coming up in this connection. Or if you have a child right now, that abandonment wound, while taking care of the child, you are feeling like you are giving care while the child is demanding a lot. So, and if you are going to get married, that means you need to depend on that person, you need to trust that person, and that is a very difficult thing because that's part of your childhood wounds. Okay, and you are longing to be nurtured here, I would say. So the good thing is, group 1, all these things are coming to the surface so that you can live a healthy, happy life. You will be releasing all this because we are seeing what are you manifesting. You are manifesting a phase of your life where you are no longer running away from healing those parts that are hurting you. You are no longer shifting blame. I also have the Five of Swords. You are no longer shifting blame. You are no longer blaming others for your misery. You are taking responsibility for things in your life. And that is a beautiful thing to do when you heal. First steps to heal is to take responsibility of everything you have in your life. Whatever other person has done to you knowingly or unknowingly is irrelevant, because you live with your own mind, and who stays in that mind and in your energy is entirely up to you. Finally, what are you manifesting? I would like to see the chalky cards before I move on to the next group, group 1. I would say it's a beautiful energy for you, group 1. If you would still, you might feel the pain. It's not easy. Definitely, it's not easy. But the good thing is that you are transforming, you are transitioning from the dark patterns that sabotage your connection or make you feel like a victim of the situation, to somewhere where you are so well nurtured. You have babied yourself so well that you don't need it from someone else. Okay, what is group 1 manifesting? Happy birthday, Shaggy. Okay, and Johnny in Hawaii. Again, the blues, see the predominance of the blue throat chakra color, uh, and green heart and throat chakra. You guys are going through intense throat chakra healing here, I must say. I although don't know about gemstones and crystals, but I heard lapis lazuli. Please check whether lapis lazuli is something you need, but it just got channeled, or a stone that can help you release grief. Yeah, even stones like sorry, not stone, crystals like rose quartz could be helpful for your heart healing. Green aventurine, see, these are all getting channeled. I'm not suggesting that is exactly what you need to buy or you should buy. This shaggy green, blue and green is very significant. Again, green is Mercury, green, yellow, blue. So it's a lot about how you are discovering your superpower. See, the superpower is pretty less on both these cards. So I would say that you are discovering a superpower of healing right now, and especially how you communicate, how you express your emotions from the heart. When your heart is healed, inner child, emotional self, the heart space, definitely your expressions will become more um, clear. And I'm not saying that you have to be a nice person, but you can be an authentic person, and that's the point here. Okay, so again, happy birthday, Shaggy gives me the Six of Pentacles vibes. Nurture your, you are definitely, you are showing up for yourself, your inner child. You are doing things that makes you happy instead of thinking of doing work or how you need to meet deadlines and everything. I see you guys are going to devote time to building or doing something you love. Some of you, I feel, Cartoon Network, you could be watching some old shows. I know Cartoon Network is dead now, but some memories, some shows that help you connect to your childhood, you might be watching them to reconnect with the child inside of you. So yeah, beautiful energies, group 1. So if you like this reading, group 1, please let me know in the comments. Also leave a like on the like button, because I'm going to wrap up this reading over here. And if you want to stay connected with me for the future readings, do subscribe to my channel so that I can again connect with you guys in my next reading. If you want a private reading with me, the details are given there in the description box, and you can stay connected with me on Instagram and Threads, where I post daily tarot readings, and I have a weekly Pula card even exclusively on Threads, where you can get a single card personalized message from me. Absolutely no charge, tips are optional, so you can connect with me in various ways. Okay, it's just I'm telling you guys where you can see me again. So yeah, that's all about it, and I'm very happy to have you guys here. I'm really so grateful to have done this reading for you, and I wish you all the best, and all the best to you guys. Take care. I'll see you again very soon. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this shell, this is your reading, and we are going to see what you are currently attracting in your life, or what are you currently manifesting. And remember that you may have messages in more than one group. Group 1 was pretty intense, spiritual. Let's see what we have for you. I'm going to use the traditional deck along with my Pokemon cards and chalky cards and coffee tin cheats. Let's see what we have for you, group 2. Okay, what is group 2 currently manifesting in their life? The Magician. Okay, I have to make sure that you guys can see all the cards. That's a big challenge I face in my every reading. uh, Hermit. What is Knight of Wands? Okay. Oh man, not so many cards. I don't want so many. Death. Wow, look at the positions of these two cards. I have to make sure that all of the cards are visible properly here. What is the Magician here? Six of Swords. Oh, what is group currently manifesting? This group has a lot of um, I would say not restless but jumpy, yeah, jumpy and jittery energy. It's like you guys are on your toes. What is the Hermit? Yeah, I was feeling like that. Ace of Swords. What is the Knight of Wands? The Ten of Swords. What is the Death here? I'll take one more card for this. One more card, please. Yes. Okay. Bottom deck energy is the Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Judgment, King of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay, got it. Let me keep it here. I'm also gonna take two evolutionary Pokemon cards. Be assured that I'm not looking at your cards. You guys can see it on the screen, but I'm actually looking away while I'm shuffling. I do not pick your cards, the universe does. So yeah. Okay, I have Raiden as the first card. What's the next card here? One more, please. Oddish and Gloom. Okay, Raiden, Rhyhorn. Okay, Rhyhorn evolves into Raiden, and Oddish evolves into Gloom. For some reason, I feel like I need to take the evolved Pokemon side for you guys. Okay, group 2, you guys have a pretty chilled energy in the sense that I feel like you guys are done with some shit, literally. You're done. um Probably you were in a phase where you were grieving a loss, could be of a connection. Okay, for many of you, this could be the loss of a connection, and or maybe right now you are experiencing some kind of difficulty in your connection where you feel like you are gradually going to stay into a single energy for some time. Yeah, it's happening soon for many of you. You guys are experiencing the end of a relationship here, end of a connection here, and you are getting into a single energy for many of you guys. For those, this is not applicable in relationships, romantic relationships, or any kind of emotional connection. This is about ending a painful cycle and literally saying it, I don't give a damn. Okay, you're getting into the energy of I don't give a damn. I want to live my life peacefully, happily, and I will not just carry some wound or pain because of some reason, some situation, some person. You guys are currently manifesting a peaceful, happy life, to be honest. And also, a lot of you guys could be focusing a lot on your work life, on building wealth, building money, because you have actually undergone a transformation, group 2, or at least you will go through it very soon, where you will come out anything that is painful to you, anything that made you feel like terrible, depressed. Some of you could also be oh, I totally forgot to take your channeled messages. Anyway, I'll come back to it. Um, some of you could be struggling with illness, some sort of sickness for a long time. And if you look at Gloom, he is drooling, but he doesn't care. He is sleeping. Yeah, he's kind of sleepy, but he's moving ahead. Some of you guys might be even coming out of a phase like, if you have a chronic medical condition, you can say that I don't care. I can't let a medical condition hold me back from the life I want to live. At least let me come out of this feeling of that, hey, this medical condition is my identity, or it will govern everything I do in my life. No. So this is something that's happening for you, group 2. You are actually exiting a painful phase in your life. And you know, sometimes we feel like this hermit and the ace of swords gives me the feeling that you guys are really like, it's actually the opposite of people who go into victimhood or depression, like, oh my god, so many bad things happen to me, people always cheat me, treat me badly. You are actually the opposite energy. You are like, I don't care, people may dump garbage on me, I will just flip the garbage back at their face and move on. I'll ride on like this Knight of Wands here. So pretty badassery energy, I would say. With the Magician and the Six of Swords, it's more like anything that threatens my peace will have to be shown the exit door. You are not you're not allowing any BS in your life. Anything that will threaten your peace, you're simply gonna show them the exit door. You're not in a place to entertain any kind of uh, uh, any person or anything that is going to take away the peace in your life. And in that way, you are becoming the magician of your life. You're like, enough is enough. I, my peace, my world, you are welcome if you can be peaceful with me, or else I'm gonna be my own peace. Nobody else is welcome there. Actually, you are getting into a very single energy, I would say. Like living life happily to the fullest on your own, by your own. Okay, it's like you are appreciating life with your own presence. You're not seeking someone else, especially if you're ending a painful relationship. You are appreciating the value of being single, being in your own power, and loving yourself and doing things for yourself. You have also learned, you are also going to learn, or you are learning, group 2, that you have to do things for yourself. And it actually makes sense that you build your own empire and not depend on anyone else for your happiness or for things you want in life. You need to achieve what you want in life. Nobody else will do it for you, and you are actually in an energy where you are no longer expecting anyone else to do things for you. Okay, before I move on to the evolutionary Pokemon cards, let me take some channeled messages. I'm so sorry, group 2. I forgot it in the beginning. Let me see what comes up. Active throat chakra. You guys are learning to speak. You know, Ace of Swords always talks about direct communication and new ideas, new way of talking, also cutting off things that no longer serve you. So this the crack in this shell reminds me of very direct, honest communication. And even if it is rude, it's fine. It's like you had endured enough of pain, and it's time to set boundaries and tell people that, hey, this is not something I can take on. I have to set boundaries. I cannot allow things that can harm me or hurt me, and because I value my peace. Some of you could have a foot issue, one foot or single foot issue. Um, you could also have flat feet, group 2. Some of you have flat feet here. Some of you want or has have done pedicure recently. You have done your nails pedicure. Mm. Your perspective is changing, definitely. The way you see things is going through a drastic change. This death card, Scorpio energy, you don't see things in the same way you used to, group 2. Very drastic change. And it's not like, learning a new rule at your workplace, or learning a new law that has been passed in your city. No, this is about your personal belief system is going through a drastic change. It's more like you are becoming more aware about taking care of yourself before you take care of others. Porridge cup. You guys might like eating porridge. I don't know. Three Bears and Goldilocks. Teacup. Three Bears and the Goldilocks story. If you remember, if you guys know the story, I'm expecting most of you guys know. Um, when Goldilocks tasted the porridge kept for the three bears, uh, Papa Bear or the father bear had the porridge extremely salty, Mommy Bear had it extremely sweet, while the youngest bear had the perfectly tasting porridge. So it feels like you have tasted the different extremes, and now you know how to create the right taste in your life. You are no longer getting into extremes. You are no longer entertaining things that are, when Goldilocks couldn't eat the first two porridges, they were unpalatable to her. So similarly, I feel like you are making something that is very balanced here, that satiates your taste buds, and not overwhelm them. Chocolate. pudding, chocolate pudding, pudding energy, self indulgence. You guys, I had the nine of yes, the Nine of Pentacles here with the uh, Justice and the Eight of Wands here. The thing is, you guys are deeply into self love, and yeah, boundaries, setting up boundaries, taking your care of yourself, making sure that you are um, eating on time, eating what you like and what nourishes you, and not bothering about whether others, how others are doing. I'm not saying that you're becoming careless, it's about becoming more attentive about yourself. I get a lot of breakfast energy. Some of you could be making changes to what you eat after you wake up, because skipping breakfast is one of the worst um, habits, breakfast habits. So you might be focusing on having a good breakfast when you wake up, making changes in your lifestyle. Some of you could even start doing some sports. Strong energy of doing something sports or athletic, baseball, those knee pads the cricketers wear. You have seen, right? The baseball players, the cricketers wear those knee pads. Some of you are really getting into sports here, physical activity, keeping yourself healthy, happy. Very beautiful energy of self love here, especially if you have understood that a certain relationship was giving you this 10 of wands pain. You are being with people and doing things that makes you happy. Okay, now I'll take the Pokemon cards here. See, Rhyhorn is on his 4 and Rhydon has stood up on his toes. Definitely a beautiful evolution. While Rhyhorn had a lot of armor, Rhydon is exposing his belly. Of course, that belly is protected. So you guys are definitely putting up an armor, so that an armor that protects you while you are doing your thing. It's like if you had to walk on your fours because you were scared someone might hurt your stomach or abdomen, right now you're confident enough to walk on your toes. And yeah, I have a sensation in my solar plexus chakra, because with this kind of sassy energy, your solar plexus is going through healing. You are getting a lot of confidence. Group 2, glow up confidence. Oddish and Bloom, you are really becoming pretty much aloof to what others speak about you. You don't care. You just look at Gloom with this huge flower on his head. It resembles a rafflesia flower, and rafflesia flowers smell disgusting, okay? But Gloom doesn't care. It's a poison Pokemon. No, it's a grass, but it has stun spore slip powder. So it's like you might be even doing a makeover here. Group 2, you might have a new haircut, hair color, you might change the way you dress. While this, your earlier version was more conforming, right now you're becoming an unapologetic authentic version which doesn't care about how others perceive you, which is again beautiful. When it comes to your self confidence, both these cards are telling me that your self confidence, self worth is getting a major boost. And finally, for you, group 2, I'm going to take, okay, before the chalky cards, I'm going to take the coffee tin messages, coffee tin cheeks. Not so many. Yeah. Obsessed reminds me of the Mariah Carey song Why are you so obsessed with me? And it is a diss song at Eminem. I'm gonna link this song below. It is Mariah Carey is pretty much badass in this song, taking a dig at Eminem. Aries, dark, reciprocate, receive, sex, longing, safety. It's like group 2, you are becoming your own fan. Now, Aries energy is a very forward moving, hot headed energy. Yeah, they don't act, they don't think much before acting. It is the youngest zodiac sign, and they are pretty much a forward moving, young energy. Okay, Aries here. So it's more like you are pretty much indulging in yourself, you are in a receiving mode, you are obsessed with yourself, with your own life, things that serve you. This dark and sex over here tells me you guys are going through a lot of changes. Like I said, dark and sex gives me the death card energy, and death card is a death rebirth card. It is not the literal death of a person, it's more about things that need to go, that need to leave, are dying in your life. So it's a pretty much a transformative energy for you, and you will only reciprocate when you feel safe. You're not in a very giving energy. Group 2, what you are manifesting is that you are being very frugal and economic when it comes to energy exchange, when it comes to reciprocating. You are very self centered right now, so that if someone wants something from you energetically, connection, emotions, you are very economic about it. You're not going to give anything just like that, because you're mostly in a receiving mode, in your feminine self, in the feminine energy. Your feminine side is going through healing here. Venusian energy, although I don't have the uh, Empress card, it gives me Venusian energy. It's being pretty much in that energy of having things that serve you or that are willing to serve you. Hmm. What else from the chalky cards? What is group 2 currently attracting? Again, this came in group 1 as well. Johnny in Hawaii and yelling match. Yes, that badass energy. You won't be actually, this card tells me, you know, if previously group 2 you were easily provoked, you were the sort of person who snapped back, and if someone told you something, you were ready with a comeback, you are dropping it. You you will believe that it's not worth, people are not even worth that much of energy to get an answer back, to have that comeback. It's better to be it reminds me of Gino. If you have seen K-pop Demon Hunters, where he puts the Huntrix girls into with surrounded with demons while he runs away with that hee hee sound. It's like you're being pretty nonchalant. You are becoming nonchalant, and you are no longer reacting, especially to people who don't deserve your energy. You are no longer snapping back at them. You are preserving your energy, and you are very much very much in charge of maintaining your happiness. You're not allowing anything that's gonna put you into unnecessary trouble, conflict. You don't care. You're gonna, even if someone wants to gossip, even if someone wants to be mean, you will just shrug them off. A nonchalant energy. and that's good for you. If you have been in a past energy of giving and giving to people, this is a beautiful change for you, group 2. Okay, group 2, I'll end your reading here. If you like the reading, do let me know below in the comments, and like the video. Also subscribe if you want to stay connected with me, and you want to see me in my next reading, because I want to connect with you guys again in my next reading. And if you want a private reading from me, the details are there in the description box. And if you want to stay connected with me on other platforms, I'm also there on Instagram and Threads. The links are there in the description box. I post daily tarot readings over there as well. I connect with people, and on Threads exclusively, run a weekly Pula card thread where people receive a single card personalized message from me, absolutely free of cost. Tipping is optional. You can just follow me there and be a part of this beautiful growing soul community. And apart from that, I'm so happy to have done this reading for you guys. I'm really, really grateful for to all my viewers, whether you are a returning viewer who supports me or you are new to my channel. I really love all of you guys. Please take care, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this shell, this is your reading, and we are gonna see what are you currently manifesting or what are you currently attracting in your life. Also remember that since this is a general reading, you can have messages in more than one group. Take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it for the rest. Okay, group 3, so let's get started with your reading. First, I'm gonna channel some messages from this shell you guys have chosen. Lot of, if you can see group 3, it has a lot of indentations, scratches, marks. Again, it looks like a tooth to me. Some of you could even have a root canal or a tooth, some treatment relating to your teeth or some tooth issue. Group 3, you could have gone through a very difficult time in your romantic connection. Some of you have literally gone through a heartbreak. It feels like there is a hole in your heart, and the last relationship you were in feels like it was too much emotionally, psychologically, physical effects. Like you, group 3 people have gone through a lot of, they've gone through it, especially romantic connection, relationship issues. You have gone through it, and right now you could be in that pain. Some of you even could have pain in your chest, even the breastbone or the sternum, the bone that connects the ribs in the rib cage, spondylitis. You could have literal pain in the chest region. Even in the breast area, you guys could have issues with the breast areas, many physical issues coming up. Very specific message. Some of you could be breastfeeding in this group, could even be lactating mothers. You might have a small child, a baby who needs to be breastfed. Breast issue is there if you, I would say mostly if you are a biological woman, or you know it um, yeah, something related to your chest, breast region, heart area. These areas are affected. Piercing. Some of you guys could have recently done a piercing, ear piercing, I feel, a new piercing, and that piercing could be giving you some trouble. Could be. There's a person, there's a person for those of you who have a romantic connection, or anyone, there's a person you find it very hard to forget, or this person's thoughts give you a lot of pain. Group 3, what did I say through? Oh, sorry about that. um, there's a person whose memory gives you a lot of pain, group 3. You are not talking to this person, or this person is very cold and distant to you, very cold and distant person, and you are pained by their behavior. Could also be a mother figure for some. Someone is talking about your situation or about you. Something about you, some talking is going on, or someone is talking to you about something in your life, like or someone said something to you that you found very abrasive, very hurtful, or someone talks to you like that which really is hurtful. The way they speak really stings you, and you feel like this person doesn't have the brains, smooth brained. This person lacks emotional maturity or intelligence, sensitivity to how to speak. This person doesn't know how to speak without hurting others. That's the energy I'm getting here. Group 3, okay, that's where I'm gonna stop channeling, and let's see what you guys are currently attracting in your life. Okay, so what is group 3 currently attracting in their life? Ten of Wands, Emperor, hmm, the World, Four of Cups. What is the Ten of Wands here? You are ending a connection here. Group 3, let me see. Yeah, Emperor, Two of Cups. It is the World, Page of Cups. I want one more card for this. Yeah, Judgment. What is the Four of Cups here? Okay, yes, thank you. Bottom deck is the Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of... Group 3, very straightforward for most of you guys, but I'm gonna tap into different scenarios. For majority of group 3, you are ending a connection. What are you attracting? You are ending a connection which has reached its point of tolerance, or something that's not working out anymore for you guys. Um, because it feels like you have given your maximum, and beyond this, a reconciliation is very difficult. Okay, different scenarios coming in. I'll tell you guys. For yeah, for one part of you guys are ending a connection. It is very difficult for you to carry forward this in your life. while living with your sanity, it is really taking a toll on your sanity, on your well-being. So you're letting go of a connection here. At the same time, you are manifesting a new connection in your life, and this is an emotional new beginning, romantic connection, or a very emotionally fulfilling connection. Okay, and it is literally coming in very fast. For some others of this viewers in this group, take it how it resonates. Here is a reconciliation is happening, a connection which was very confusing, which didn't, in the past you felt like it had ended. A reconciliation is happening, a new beginning is happening with an old connection. So some of the group threes, you are ending an old connection and getting into a new, very emotionally fulfilling connection, and it is rushing in. And for others, you guys are reconciling, and that is a very solid reconciliation happening here. Like it is a matured take here, it is a very promising new beginning. Whether doesn't matter where you are resonating, it is a very promising, emotionally fulfilling new beginning, pain free. Also, I'll take the Pokemon evolutionary cards for you guys to understand what are you currently manifesting. Don't worry, I'm not looking at the cards, I'm looking away, although you might be able to see the cards while I'm shuffling. I'll take two cards for group 3. First is Weedle and Kakuna. Okay, again this issue of making space for the cards. Yeah, it's visible, right? Next is mm, okay. I have Tentacle and Tentacruel. It's a water poison. Okay, both are poison Pokemons here. This is a bug poison and this is a water poison. Um, so for group 3, as I told you guys, what are you manifesting? A new beautiful connection, whether it's a reconciliation or it's someone new. Okay, it's a beautiful new emotional opportunity that is coming in. Group 3, I see you guys have reached a place of emotional maturity where um, you know, you might have had a lot of frictional connections where there was a lot of friction, lot of pain, and those things have taught you what love is and what actually withstands the taste of time, how a connection or how love or emotional maturity plays out in a connection. You guys have learned a lot here with the Saturn energy and the Emperor. I would say it's like you guys have mastered. You have mastered uh, how relationships work out to a great extent, or not to mistake um page of cups as a energy or something that is very trivial, something that is budding as very promising. Here you, group 3, you are coming with a lot of experience when it comes to your emotional journey, and that is why you are able to manifest an emotionally fulfilling energy where, which actually gives you happiness, because you have gone through the trials and tribulations of understanding what doesn't serve you. You have had it. I told you, this group 3 has gone through a lot when it comes to emotional connection. So right now you're in a space where you know how to handle a connection, you know what is healthy love, and that is, from that space you are actually getting into an emotional new beginning. Your bottom deck energy is the Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, and I feel like this Knight of Swords is cutting through this fog of confusion, emotional confusion you were dealing with all this while. And the Knight of Cups, King of Swords, the Devil, and the Nine of Pentacles. I'll tell you guys here. Oh, I also have the Queen of Swords. The thing is, it has been a bumpy ride for you, very painful. You see this guy with his hands. So there was a time when you struggled to trust people, or it may be like the Page of Cups. You trusted people very easily. You thought that if someone is speaking to you nicely, they are actually nice, they are trustworthy. But these were all illusions here. You have now understood not to trust a person on face value, but with their action and how they show up. Where are they genuine in their action? Because the knights in the tarot are action cards. I also have the Knight of Wands here with the Ace of Cups here. So when a person actually shows up genuinely, that's when you know that what they say is what they mean. And with a lot of experience, it's like you probably you were a person who wore their heart on the sleeves. You fell in love very easily, you crushed on people very easily, like you had a lot of crushes or you loved people just like that. But right now you have this discernment, you have this discernment to understand that um, not every connection is made to be as fulfilling as you expect them to be, or not every connection will give you what you think you want. It's a, a lot of clarity here. And also there is a feeling of protecting yourself here, I would say, group 3. And protecting your interests, protecting your emotions, this is something that comes to you as a priority before you can march ahead in a connection or connect with someone emotionally. And also I would say your lack of boundaries, the Six of Wands also speaks about boundaries here. Your lack of boundaries, and also the Nine of Pentacles has very strong boundaries here because they are a self-indulgent person, self-fulfilling, self-love, all comes in Nine of Pentacles. This is something you didn't have earlier, but right now this devil energy of not having boundaries is changing. You are manifesting a very emotionally fulfilling connection in life because you have gone through the mill, you have run the mill, you have gone through the grind, and right now you are in a very balanced space to accept what you truly deserve, or what an emotionally fulfilling connection means. And next, from your cards, from the Pokemon cards, I actually I was guided to take them in the first stage evolutions. Yeah. Um, First, let me see what comes from your Weedle card. Weedle evolves into Kakuna. Now, both of these are poison type Pokemons. One is water poison, another is a bug poison. Weedle looks like a little worm, caterpillar, and Kakuna looks like a cocoon, right? So, I feel that for you guys, although you have been very hurt, you guys know that um, you have the wisdom that holding on to the hurt is not a wise thing to do. That is why, even though you have gone through a lot of emotional conflicts and challenging relationships in your life, you are still open to exploring emotional connections. You are not here, group 3. I will say you are not adverse to emotional relationships, and that is why you guys are um, manifesting something very emotionally fulfilling here. It's like you have already seen that being cruel, or people who get hurt, they become very guarded and cruel, and that is a person you don't want to be. Yes, definitely. Your pain is valid. What you went through is valid. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be a salty person for the rest of your life. You will take the experiences, you'll take the learning, and move ahead and be open to something that's authentic in your life. It is more like, if you see, these Pokemons have a more wiseful, I would say, very uh, a bit threatening look when they evolve. But for you, it's like you haven't turned salty. The situations haven't made you hard, hasn't given you a very hard exterior and shut off to love. Instead, you have preserved your innocence, you have preserved your ability to love despite going through a lot of difficulties in life. You see these bubbles. This guy has a lot of bubbles, and bubbles are very light energy, happy energy, while Tentacruel has this kind of uh, specks around him, looks like a very harsh attacks, but Tentacle is cool. He's not cruel, right? So you have this. Also, you're a person. What you are becoming, Group Three. You're a person who has incorporated the intelligence, the wisdom of the life lessons, while at the same time you have preserved your innocence, the childlike happiness, the childlike enthusiasm to love people. So you have balanced this here, Group 3, and you are manifesting both intelligence and innocence. So it's like, if you look at a baby, they are innocent, they are loving, they're full of love, but they don't have the intelligence to protect themselves. They don't know what is harmful. But when you look at an adult, they don't have that aura of a baby. They are pretty guarded, they are protecting their emotions. And as an adult, you have a lot of difficulties. Or when a person is intelligent, they can be pretty cunning or cruel too, cruel as well. So, but there is a beautiful balance when you can have that love and innocence of a baby, while the intelligence, having the intelligence and discernment of a wise, emotionally matured adult. And that is what you are manifesting, Group 3. Beautiful mastery of emotions. I told you, with the Emperor card here and the Saturn card of the world, you have completed a mastery on emotions, on relationships, on how to handle emotional connections, emotional maturity. That's beautiful for you. That's why I couldn't take the second level. I had to take the first level. Like, everything happens for a reason in the spread. It's like having the discernment to not allow things that are not, that are threatening to you or your emotional well-being, while still having the innocence of the Page of Cups. Because Page of Cups is a very happy, fun loving energy. You look at the guy talking to this fish, or at least it's a silly, amusing energy, fun loving energy. Page of Cups, you have completed. The world is the last card of the tarot. It has completed the journey while still being the Page of Cups. It is not a mean feat. It is a very difficult thing to have this, and you have mastered here. You have mastered your emotions, Group 3, and that's beautiful. Finally, I would like to take chalky cards for you. What? Oh, yeah, before I take the chalky cards, I want to take your coffee messages, coffee box messages. Okay. Not so many. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pisces gives me the Page of Cups vibes. Also the Knight of Cups. No. Receive. Obsessed came out in all groups. Sex also came out in all groups. Career. Pause and reflect. Integrity. Me. Party. Party is the Three of Cups energy here. Okay. So from your coffee cup messages, group 3, it's uh, it's again giving me that light-hearted vibes. You, group 3, you are a very spiritual group. You are an emotionally mature group, I would say. Also, someone, you could be an old soul. Some of you could be a Pisces here. I feel so because Pisces is the last zodiac sign and it is the most mature sign. So you people love to pause and reflect. You guys don't um, easily take on things at face value. You reflect on things. You uh, think how things work, and if something is wrong you will try to find a solution instead of labeling it as good or bad or simply brushing it off. Integrity, yes, you guys have a lot of integrity as well because it's not easy after going through so many emotionally challenging relationships or hardships to maintain this peaceful and emotionally matured self. A lot of you are also focusing on um, okay, this also tells me, although I don't have pentacles here, you guys can be going through what else you are manifesting is that you are if your career was stuck or if you felt like your career or money wasn't working out the way you wanted it to, or happiness, leisure was missing, that is what is coming up in your life because we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is emotional fulfillment, self love. So group 3, you are going to receive a lot of happiness because you guys deserve it. You have gone through a lot of pain and still you have are hopeful, optimistic, loving. So with this good vibration you're attracting money, leisure, even fun. You might have an outdoor life. You maybe you didn't party earlier, but right now you might be going out on weekends. You could be visiting clubs or doing things that makes you happy, and you could be focused on enhancing your career. It's a very beautiful growth energy. Your coffee cup, sorry, your coffee tin messages are giving me. Here, sex is also giving me um, expansion, I would say. It's more about you guys are being open to receiving good things in life or pleasure in life. It's a lot about being open to receive the happiness, love, money, and good things in life which you have waited so long, I would say. A beautiful emotionally fulfilling new beginning is coming for you, group 3. Finally, I'm going to see from the chalky cards what are you manifesting, what are you currently attracting. It's also other than career, if your sex life was affected, you will see an improvement there. Sexual pleasure, money, it's opening up for you guys because I also had the devil and the nine of didn't I have the devil for you guys? Was it for you or someone else? Um, okay, it wasn't for you. Yeah, it's like expansion. I in one way it's just you guys are expanding in a very in the material world. I know I don't have pentacles, but the energy here it's like having good relationships, having good money, good food, luxury, things you couldn't afford are coming to you here. That's what you are attracting because group 3 you have worked a lot on yourself and you deserve what you are attracting. What else from the chalky cards? Where's Betty? And again, chilling Barney. Both are Barney cards. I told you a very light-hearted energy for you. You might be getting invited. I told you with the Three of Cups and party, you might see that your community is growing. People, you might get new friends, new connections, and you might be going out. Also relaxation, maybe you couldn't afford off time relaxation previously, but that will change. You will be more outgoing, happy times. You know, whatever pain you have gone through, group 3, these things are getting healed. This blues in Barney cards are telling me. Also, in this group, I feel it's a lot about masculine healing, healing your masculine wounds. When you heal your masculine wounds, you don't act recklessly, you are more matured with your emotions, and your actions are more peaceful and harmonious. And that's what is happening here. Getting emotional strength here. And a lot of socializing vibes. You are going to your social circle will expand, group 3. You will connect with a lot of people, and you're also going to have a social life here. I have to say it, you're gonna connect. People will invite you, people will want to talk to you, and you'll build connections. Happy times ahead. Group 3. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end your reading, group 3. So if you like this reading, please do like this video, and if you can comment below and let me know how you liked the reading. Also, if you want to stay connected with me and not miss my next reading, do subscribe to my channel, because I would love to read again for you guys and see you guys again on my next reading. So you can subscribe to my channel for that and stay connected. Also, if you want a private reading with me, the details are given there in the description box below. And if you want to stay connected with me on other platforms where I share daily tarot readings and daily fun stuff for people to get some help from, you can follow me on Instagram and Threads. On Threads, I do a weekly pull a card event where you can get a single personalized card message from me. You simply have to follow me there, no cost. Tipping is optional. You can just chime in and be a part of this beautiful growing soul community. And yeah, so I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Bye.